This show is brought to you by Insurance Awareness Coordinators Group and the German Development Corporation through GIZ.
In Siapel, but I'm going to be the linguist for the insurance recovery stories. On this show, we are going to look at insurance, the left, the right, the up, the down. We are going to talk to insurance beneficiaries. We are going to talk to industry players. We are going to talk to advocates of insurance for them to tell us about the nitty-gritties of claiming insurance in Ghana. Most importantly, the insurance claim processes that we have in this country. And so, have you ever had any negative experience with claiming your insurance in Ghana? Worry no more, because today on this show, we are going to sit down with the experts for them to tell us about the do's, the don'ts, the myths, the truths, and everything in between. This show is brought to you by the Insurance Awareness Coordinators Group and GIZ. Insurance pays.
Notify, submit, get paid.
We will be right back after this break. Thank you.
Around 2019 December, that passed on at the hospital. I was really confused as to what to do.
I was told to report back the next day to give my statement. After all that was done, they finished, they called me that it was ready. I went in for it and I took it to my insurance company.
I had a call from the insurance office. They then told me that they've gotten all the documents and they will get back to me. Within two to 4 days, I had my money.
My name is Micah Teria Feni.
Hi, my name is Edmond Nakao.
Hello, I am Veratan Saki.
Insurance pays. Notify, submit, and get paid.
Thank you very much. I have my personal stories that I'm going to share with you about insurance and on insurance. But before then, on our first episode, where we have amazing, intelligent brains to help us demystify the problems with insurance claims in Ghana. To my left, I have my senior brother, Mr. Wilson Tay, chairman of the IACG. I have Dr. Kingsley K. Kwabason, Ghana Insurance Association, and I have my own brother, Gabriel Kwame, technical advisor at the GIZ. Gentlemen, you are welcome. On the back of the low insurance penetration in Ghana, which results from widespread mistrust for insurance in Ghana, created from the perception about the claim processes being intentionally complicated, the key players in Ghana's insurance space have deemed it important to demystify the insurance claims process. Let's talk to the experts. Allow them to break down this seemingly complicated process. Insurance pays. So my first question is going to IACG, Mr. Wilson Tay. What are some of the challenges that have come to your desk about claims processes?
Thank you very much. As a matter of fact, claims of, when you've had an accident or anything, should be a very simple and straightforward thing. There is a myth, there are some misconceptions about claims. You cannot really put the blame on the public, but the insurance practitioner should take a bit of the claim because we probably have not demystified that in the past. That is the reason why the insurance industry has decided to set up a body like the ISCG to go out there and educate the public and demystify claims. Because after all, the purpose of insurance is to make claims, ultimately. So that is why we are here today.
Thank you very much. So, Mr. Kingsley, please, can you highlight some of the industry efforts to address the low rate of insurance penetration and the mistrust for claims in Ghana?
The most important thing that you need in an environment is the law. So in 2021, the new Insurance Act was passed. That's Act 1061. And in the law are innovative ways that seeks to make insurance the Ghanaian way of life. The broader conversation is about what we call financial inclusion. So the law is ensuring that every decision taken has financial inclusion in mind. We are looking at innovation. We are looking at making insurance beneficial to everybody in the country. So out of that law, there are certain activities that we are undertaking to make sure that insurance works in Ghana. For example, as my senior brother said, we have the Insurance Awareness Coordinators Group, which is coordinating all the insurance awareness programs that we have in the country. And in addition, if you look at the Ghana survey, it tells you that about 80% of our population is in the informal sector. So we are making microinsurance and innovative insurance and inclusive insurance a very important part of us, because the informal sector drives the economy. So we are embarking on awareness creation programs targeted at everybody, just so that everybody knows that insurance is the way to go. And so these are some of the activities. But let me say that we are not only embarking on these activities to create awareness, to make people join, we are also taking concrete steps to ensure that we pay the claims. Because after all, insurance, we are in the claims payment business.
It's true. It's true. Thank you. Bra Kwame, someone would ask, what is the relationship between GIZ and Ghana Insurance? Can you please tell us about this relationship and let us know some of the advantages that as Ghana we have been able to derive from this relationship?
Thank you very much, Ochami, and thank you to our studio audiences and our viewers. So for the German Development Corporation, for the past 16 years, we have been supporting the financial sector of Ghana, and most especially the insurance sector, where we've helped in supporting regulations. What we've done is, in the past, we've helped the NIC, to build regulations, and also we've built a lot of capacity for industry players, when it comes to regulations. We noticed that there were 4 key areas of support that we needed to look at. The first one was for financial and advocacy. The second thing we were looking at was for product development, to help support the sector when it comes to product development. We noticed that technical and capacity, was also one key thing that we needed to look at. And financial education was also key with regulation, framework issues. And so for us, in the past 16 years, we've chalked some very great successes. I would say that, one, we have helped, especially the Ghana Insurance Association. Today, we've built a customized complaint management and advisory bureau, which would be launched soon in Ghana. Also, across the country, we have trained close to about 3,000 insurance agents on ethics of insurance, and just to make sure that we are building capacity for the sector. And for literacy and financial education, which we're here today to outdoor one. In the past, I think you were part of the Get Insured campaign, one of the biggest informal sector advocacy work we've done, where we touch the minds and lives of the micro space, especially the market folks. And so these are some very exciting, successes we've chalked in the past. And for the regulatory framework, we've helped build a lot and supported the sector when it comes to regulations.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. This has been very, very, very insightful. I'm really looking forward to learning more so that we can all demystify the problems that we have or that are associated with insurance. If you are home watching us and you want to contribute to this program, you can look at the numbers scrolling down and send your WhatsApp messages or your text messages so that your voice will also be heard. My next question is, Mr. Tay, why the need for claims testimonial campaign dubbed Insurance Pays? What is the IACG seeking to achieve through this campaign?
Good. First and foremost, like we've all said, we need to demystify the claims process. IACG is involved in this as, if you like, sitting outside the the insurance companies and acting as educating the public, educators of the public, at the same time acting as bringing the complaints of the public to the insurance companies. Now the whole idea is this: to make claims payment as easy as possible, because ultimately the only reason that anybody buys insurance is to ensure that in the event that something bad happens and touches on the person's finances, the insurance company will come in and recompense the person or put the person back into the financial position that he was. So ultimately, insurance products are actually problem solvers. They solve our financial problems. So the historical thoughts that people had that claiming is difficult should be addressed. And this is why we are here, to address that and to make the public aware that claims are pretty straightforward, and to make insurance companies aware of what happens at their front desks, so that from the top they'll be able to address this to make claims very straightforward.
Thank you very much. And for all that Mr. Tay said, my take home is to make the insurance claim processes as simple as possible. So please, I want to remind you of one very key thing, Ghana. Insurance pays.
Notify, submit, get paid.
We will be right back. Thank you.
Around 2019 December, that passed on at the hospital. I was really confused as to what to do.
I was told to report back the next day to give my statement. After all that was done, they finished, they called me that it was ready. I went in for it and I took it to my insurance company.
I had a call from the insurance office. They then told me that they've gotten all the documents and they will get back to me. Within two to 4 days, I had my money.
My name is Micah Teria Feni.
Hi, my name is Edmond Nakao.
Hello, I am Veratan Saki.
Insurance pays. Notify, submit, and get paid.
Insurance pays.
Notify, submit, get paid.
Insurance pays.
Notify, submit, get paid.
Is it true? Then weigh in on the reason for this very campaign.
Well, Ochame, first of all, the German Federal Ministry for Economic Development and Cooperation in 2015 conducted a research to understand the reasons for the low penetration of insurance in Ghana. And clearly, we noticed that one major reason was lack of information and awareness for insurance. And so we supported the sector to put together what we see today we call the Insurance Awareness Coordinators Group. And so back in the days, the index for measuring awareness for insurance in Ghana was a bit low. But since in 2019, we noticed that the index percentage was 46.66% of Ghanaians who had confidence, right, and understood, insurance. And this grew by a 10% score in 2021 to 56.66%. So clearly, we saw some growth, in the awareness index in Ghana. And so for us, we believed that advocacy work was key and important. And as I rightly said, that we launched the Get Insured last year, yes, which was a super, successful campaign. And we believed that, well, let's launch this major one, the Claims Testimonial Campaign, which seeks to inform, educate Ghanaians, about the claims processes in Ghana. So for us, we believe that it's key, it is the way to go, and we're super excited to support this project.
Thank you very much. So, Doc, do claim processes differ by type of insurance policy you are tied to, or are there standardized procedures for one to successfully receive their claims?
Thank you. I think that in the conversation, we should introduce the word legitimate.
Legitimate.
It is very important that whilst we are looking at claims payment, we ensure that claims must be legitimate. And I will explain why in a jiffy. But the Insurance Commission is backed by law to ensure that the interest of the general public or insurance public is protected. And therefore, they have come out with claims guidelines. And there's one guideline for life insurance and another guideline for non-life insurance, or what we call general insurance. Reason being that these might all be insurance, but there are nuances and differences in terms of how they operate. So these are general guidelines. But in these guidelines, they have specifically stated, for example, that every insurance company must have a manual which tells you exactly how you can file claim and what you need when the claim comes, and even when your policy matures or there's an incident, what you have to do. So every company must or is supposed to have a manual that clearly spells out these issues. And then, aside of that, when you buy an insurance policy, the policy must indicate in it basic things that you must do, the basic requirements in terms of the documents that you will need when there is a claim. And for, let's say, the life insurance bit, the insurance company owes it a duty to the client to even inform him before the policy matures as to what he has to do. First, to inform him that the policy is about maturing, and then when it matures, what he has to do to be able to file the claim, and so on and so forth. But let me say that in the wisdom of the industry, they've realized that in addition to those documentations and the requirements of the companies, the association is also helping in a way by introducing what we call the 3-tier system, where if you have an issue, you first and foremost have to go to the company, because we assume that you would have been informed or know the issues, the requirements per the document and per what the company has told you. But beyond that, if you have challenges, you can come to the association. We have what we call the Claims Management and Advisory Bureau, which will also help you in that direction. And then the commission is also there today to help in that direction. But let me add that I specifically added the word legitimate because of late we've realized that there is the issue of fraud, and we are begging the insurance public that fraud is criminal. So don't say that because you can easily get a claim, and I can assure you that within a month, some get their claims even within the same day, depending on the type of policy. Some get within 2 weeks, some get within 1 week, and so on and so forth. We have systems in place to check fraud. So if you make the assumption that you are coming, you've heard of insurance, and so that insurance pays, you only submit, and then you go through the process and so on and so forth, you making a mistake. Please be truthful to us, and we will be truthful to you. Let me end by giving you an example. For example, you have life insurance. So let's say you insure your mother, your father, and so on and so forth. Then we have somebody who has insured all these people. Then within 2 years, he comes in the first, by the first instance, the mother is dead, we pay. The father is dead, we pay. The wife is dead, we pay, all within a space of 6 months. So we ask, is it a case of an airplane crash or what? These are some of the challenges. And the man has been arrested. So, yes, indeed, insurance pays. But then we must ensure that we file for legitimate claims. Thank you.
Thank you. So, just as you know, don't take advantage of the fact that Ghana wants to pay you quickly and try to steal from the system. That is illegal. Let us do it legitimately. Senior bro, my last question to you is, what should Ghanaians expect from this campaign, Insurance Pays? What is going to happen differently?
What is happening, it's a tsunami, because we intend to clear the minds of Ghanaians to understand that insurance is not there in the interest of insurance companies. The product insurance is there for the interest, for the good and in the interest of the insuring public. Because insurance is a tool, like I said earlier on, that makes sure that your net worth is always high in spite of the accidents that happen in life, like a death, like a fire, like a flood. Now, if there are two people working in the same place, let's say in a market, one is insured, the other is not insured, and the place catches fire, the person who is insured would have his or her stock restored very quickly. Now, the other person, that probably could be the end of his or her business. So insurance is not a thing for the insurance company. Now, that brings me to another point. The point that insurance companies owe it a duty to policyholders to manage the resources well, to ensure that people do not reap where they have sown. In other words, our duty, the duty of the insurance companies is such that the monies that they have collected from the members, and when I say members, I mean the public that has insured, they have to ensure that it's NCNC, no contribution, no chop. Or if it is not your turn, and when I say your turn, if you don't have a legitimate claim, you cannot benefit from it. Let me just break it simple to our local, like if you like, a church association. They have welfare schemes. Now, it is managed by somebody in the church or a group of people in the church. And their responsibility is to ensure that the rules of the welfare scheme is abided by strictly. So if, for instance, there is an amount of money to be given to somebody whose mother dies, you don't come and make a claim on that fund when your friend's mother dies.
It's true.
But the reality is that it happens every day. Now, having said that, I think the public also needs to know that this Ghanaian insurance market pays out to policyholders about 2 million Ghana cedis every day.
Wow.
Every single day.
Insurance pays. Insurance pays.
Notify, submit, get paid.
Please continue.
Yes. The insurance industry pays out about 2 million Ghanaian cedis every day, daily, to the public. So the myth that they do not pay claims It's not completely true, but we acknowledge that sometimes the actions of some of us is not good enough. Because I have been one that says that the role of the claims manager is not that of a goalkeeper. A goalkeeper's position is no goal should go through. But the claims manager's position is to ensure that all legitimate claims are paid. And not just paid, but paid timeously, very quickly. So at the end of this campaign, we want to get to a point where even the insurance company that does not react promptly will be left out. And also to a position where the public will have confidence in the insurance industry, knowing that in the event of a claim, genuine, legitimate claim, you will be settled very promptly. That is where we are aiming at.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Yes. For me, 3 things that I'm taking home today: legitimacy, speed in claims, and that policy and law is here to make sure that you get your claims timely. So do not go out there listening to the myths. Get with this program, the Recovery Stories program, and come for the truths. So until we meet again, same time next week, my name is Ochiame Kwame. I'll be your linguist. So catch us live on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and let us continue the conversations there. Thank you very much, gentlemen. I'm really honored. I have learned a lot. And before we go, I would like Ghana to say it again. Insurance pays.
Notify, submit, get paid.
Insurance pays. Notify, submit, get paid. Catch you same time next week. Ochiame Kwame. Bye-bye.
This show is brought to you by Insurance Awareness Coordinators Group and the German Development Corporation through GIZ.